But I'd rather you let me know that you ain't with me, so that way I know in that situation if something jump off, I need to find a corner in a wall so I can bag up to it, so I can fight and start throwing punches and be weaving and bobbing, you know what I'm saying, or bobbing and weaving, where I don't have to worry about my back. So in this situation, even though they didn't say it, I started seeing, I know that I didn't need that negativity in my life, so I had to dissociate, cut them people out of my life, a lot of people out of my life that didn't need to be there. And they could be mad and think about, oh, well, I helped you with this before. Yeah, that was before, but in the place that I'm trying to go to now in my life, you ain't helping me, you hindering me. And I don't mind cutting people off, especially now that I've seen people are so easily able to cut me in different ways. So now it don't bother me. And for me, just like I got a family member that's probably supposed to be one of the closest family members you're supposed to have in your life, that I cut them off since like January, and it ain't bothering me. For me, it's out of sight, out of mind, because I can't let other people in my life kill me. I know exactly where I'm going to be. I know exactly what I want to do, and my goal is to be the best in the world, to be able to do something that other people ain't been able to do, because I can cut down weight because of the way that my body's formed, the people that I got that can help me with the stuff. I want to be able to fight at 135, get a title, 45, 55, and eventually 70 once skills get up at a certain level and get title. And that's what I'm going. That's what I'm going for. And anybody that don't believe in me and got negativity in me, I'm pushing you off to the side. I ain't got time for you. You can't get on my ship. You know, it's just point blank. Also, was just like I said, really just glad that I was around, instead of being around those type of people, around people who really believed in me and push me. Just like I went there and trained right after the accident, and my hand was hurting, and Master Mike basically told him I wanted to fight, blah, blah, blah. And his thing was, you know, you got more skills than guys on the top level. Just people just don't know it yet. And you're going to be able to show that, whether you didn't have but one hand, you still beat this guy. And I believe it, and I already knew that. Had other people pumping good stuff to me. Coach Gary let me know, you know that there are people that don't want you to fight, but guess what? You're going to win this fight. Not only are you going to win, you're going to win spectacularly. And I believe that. And so those are the type of people that you got to have in your corner and on your side. I talked to Roddy about a week before the fight briefly, and one of the things he said, you know, you're going to win this fight. And so my brain was already in a place that's going to foster the growth that I need to have to actually be there and go it. And I was mentally seeing it, and it kind of built me up. But on the other end, imagine if I would have been around people who were negative and putting this stuff, allowed them to plant seeds in my head. I'd have started believing it. And I'm like, oh, you know what, I ain't going to take this fight, take the road out like other people do, and say, well, guess what, this is a time for me to take a rest. I just need to chill. I ain't worried about giving me a cop out, give me a way out. You know, the situation post, you know, I hurt my hand, I ain't fighting all this nonsense. But in the place that I was in, I believed that it was for me. You know, now it could have went the wrong way or another way if it wasn't for me. But for me, I believe that my steps are ordered. And I believe that in this situation, with a fight, that I believe that God was actually blessing the situation and what was coming to me and stuff that I was seeing coming to me. And through my time and the different realms that I was in, I was seeing it. So that had been different if he wasn't for it. You know, that had been something different, because that might be a situation when this happened where I shouldn't fight. But I was staying really in tune. I cut off a lot of negative stuff. I cut off actions, stuff that I was doing that could get in the way. I was really focused and on the focus realm. And this was actually the first fight that I had to where I wasn't, before the fight, normally before an MMA fight, my mind is in a scared place. And I'm like, why am I doing this? All this stuff I could be doing. I got a brain. I got this abilities. I know people let me work with this and do that. Why am I doing it? But for this fight, I didn't feel that way. It was like, this is my time. It's the same way I'm feeling now. I know that it's my time. So many realms and so many things, stuff is clicking like unbelievable. Before, I was putting stuff together based off of pieces of stuff that I was getting from here and was given from this. Now I got direct stuff given to me, full force, the whole books. People just want to pour out and give me, you know, all, and I'm just thankful of it. So right now, I'm coming. So I want somebody to take me for granted. I got a fight coming up. Yeah, I got a fight coming up. I'm getting ready. I'm still working my kicks, working everything, working clinches. Even got somebody now that's great with Greco, working with me on my Greco. I got a lot of stuff that's mapped out right now, and it's coming. It's coming. So I wish he would take me for granted, whoever you are. So it is what it is. Oh yeah, one last thing. It was funny, like I said, because people was against me. People was doubting me, not believing in me. I went to a place where I hadn't been training for a while, but I felt comfortable in that realm and environment, and there was a guy who had an issue with me that I didn't even know he had an issue with, because it was off of something I was actually trying to help him out with, and I didn't know he had an issue with me, you know, but found out after the fact. But he was one of the people that stopped speaking the same, and looked differently. But like I said, I peeped stuff out, so I knew that something was going on. But I speak anyway, smile as if I don't know. Oh, what's going on, man? Blah blah blah. Do my thing. He said, oh, what's going on? You got a fight? You got something coming up? Knowing that I got a fight, because everybody knew around me, knew I had a fight. I'm like, yeah, I got a fight coming up. Oh, you ready for it? I'm like, man, what do you think? She's like, man, I don't know. I ain't been seeing you around. I said, man, whatever. So that was funny in itself. But a little while later, we ended up rolling on the mat with different people. And I had a partner, and he took my partner. The guy was like, well, I'm going to roll with Marshall. He's like, oh, no, I'm calling him belt rank. Now, in the past, I matured a lot through tragedy, different stuff, matured me a lot. In the past, it would have been a confrontational situation. I'd been like, man, what the F or something? You know I got a fight coming up. Why you taking my man? You ain't got a fight coming up. Or I would have said something smart like, you know, that belt only covered 2 inches of your ass. You got to hold up for the rest of it. And it would have been some confrontation. But I just smiled, continued, got with somebody else, rode with somebody else, and I just cut myself out of there, you know, whatever, because I didn't need that type of vibe and energy, not knowing if it was just his energy, because other people's energy seemed weird, and I'm sure from some stuff that he had probably put in their head that was some false stuff, you know, so I didn't need that. So I didn't need that energy. Well, but in the midst of it, that person at least did come around later and come to the fight and congratulated me on the fight. So it is what it is, but so I'm just thankful that, like I said, I didn't have negative people in my spirit and my influence, and from now on, that's how I'm keeping it, because I don't need negative people. If you ain't for me, you against me. There's no such thing as, no, if you ain't for me, you ain't against me. You're against me. So I'm trying to make sure that I keep my team together, because at the end of the day, when you jump in the cage, you jump in the ring, whatever it is you're doing, can't nobody do it for you. You got to have everything in place for you. And a lot of the fight is mentally. It's mental. Like I said before, you got people that can do, have fights or have root canals without taking any anesthesia, because they practice on different things, and they did this and they did that. And I know they ain't no different than me, than the next person. So I ain't worried about it. So like I said, I'm getting ready to train and to practice. Been training harder than I trained before. So stay tuned, because some stuff going down. I got a lot of stuff to talk about that I hadn't been able to talk about because I've been busy and I was getting ready for a fight, so I wasn't going to put myself in the blog mode, because it take me like 3 hours to type stuff up. So now I'm trying to find an easier way to like blog and get stuff done on days that I can't really get it done. So stay tuned. Like I said, stuff is going down, stuff is moving. I'm trying to fight in so many different realms to push things. I want to be able to do some fights in Thailand. I want to be able to do some K1 stuff. I'm trying to get my hands in pretty much anything that I can get my hands into to fight, because I realize the way that you get better fighting is the fight. And I've been sitting up on the shelf for so long, so now it's time for me to showcase what's going on and what's really going down in my life and what you're going to see. So it is what it is. Holla back.